Hey guys, let's talk about when you can start applying for federal jobs while you're waiting to get out of the military. Now, I transitioned out of the Army in 2019, and during that time, I was asking everyone I could, what was the earliest that I can start applying for jobs on USAjobs.gov? Surprisingly, there were a lot of people giving me false information, even at the mandatory military transition classes. Among all the conflicting information, one answer that I still read online to this day is that you have to wait 180 days after retirement to apply for a federal government job. This is wrong. I found people saying this on Facebook, Reddit, and some YouTube videos. There is a 180-day requirement, but it is only for service members who are both retiring and applying for DoD jobs, which is Department of Defense. Also, if you are a retiree that's interested in applying to a DoD job, there are waivers for this that you might qualify for. Waivers can be submitted by DoD departments when the retired military member is more highly qualified than the other applying candidates. It also depends on your specialty. It would be a lot easier for a waiver to be granted to an IT manager or an air traffic controller than, say, a regular infantryman. But hold on, DoD is not the only department in the federal government. Far from it. I think the reason most military members get this confused is because most civilian jobs on and around military installations happen to be DoD. So we incorrectly think that all federal government jobs must be DoD. A few other large departments that like to hire veterans include the Department of Veteran Affairs, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Department of Justice. As a person anticipating retirement from the military, you can literally apply to any other federal department you desire using a document called Statement of Service. This is in place of the DD-214. I will leave a link in the description below to provide you an example. A Statement of Service is a one-page memo indicating the date you will be retiring and the expected character of your discharge. And do not fear, a Statement of Service will hold the exact same weight as a DD-214. However, first you have to ensure that you fill it out correctly and you have your commanding officer sign it. Then make sure it is uploaded into USAjobs.gov. Also, you need to make sure that you add it to the DD-214 section of each job that you are applying for. In my experience, I applied for over 100 jobs about 5 months after retiring from the Army, and each job application had my Statement of Service attached to it. I intentionally did not apply for any Department of Defense jobs. When searching for positions on USAjobs.gov, it is easy to create a filter that hides departments that you're not interested in. In the span of about 3 months, I had a total of 10 interviews and ultimately ended up with 4 job offers. To my surprise, the job offer I selected wanted me to start working a couple of weeks after my terminal leave started, which was impossible. I reached out to the human resource contact and I negotiated a different start date. Something to keep in mind is when you are accepting a job offer, there are 2 types. One is tentative and the other is final. After accepting the tentative job offer, there are a few areas that you're able to negotiate. One is the step of your GS grade. 2 is how much leave you'll be earning per pay period. And 3 is the start date. You definitely want to do this before the final job offer. So, after negotiating with HR, I started working at my new job 3 days after signing out on terminal leave. Another strategy to consider if you really have your heart set on a DoD job is becoming a defense contractor at a military installation and waiting those 180 days to pass by. Or you can apply at a different department and start working while waiting to apply to that DoD job. Now, one reason I did not want to work for the DoD initially is because I had already spent 20 years in the Army, and I wanted to explore a different environment and a different type of work culture. I noticed that the DoD has a lot of veterans working for it, and it can almost seem like an extension of the military sometimes. Well, that pretty much wraps up the video on when you can start applying for federal government jobs after the military. If you have any questions or comments, or if you feel like I missed something, please leave that comment down below. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.